Hello, 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 and welcome to pretty much almost the middle of September. So, I wanted to take some time. I get a lot of private messages about clients and Liveops. So, let's start from the top. Liveops is a company that contracts with 1099 workers to service their clients. A 1099 worker is somebody who does not have benefits or have taxes taken out of their pay. Most 1099 companies, whether it's NextRep, Omni, LiveOps, Working Solutions, Arise, will have you pay for your own background check. Now, that background check is tax deductible. You are doing self contracting business, so you are self employed. Um, and when you contract with a company like LiveOps, they have several clients. So, and I will be speaking about just live ops situations here. Um, so every Monday morning about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, clients drop and they will have like several slots. So this past week we had 8 slots, 8 different clients looking for representatives, and each client is different. Each client has different minimum amounts of time needed to work. They have different per talk period. They have different tech requests and needs. So when you click on the client to learn more about them, you'll see things like, oh, such and such client, like the client that I'm with, they require 20 hours a month or 20 hours a week or something like that. I think it's 20 hours a week. And they pay 31 cents a talk minute. Their busy times is between 2 and 5, Monday through Friday. And then blah blah and blah blah on Saturday and Sunday. And they let you know ahead of time. This is when the calls are coming back to back. This is, when we need you the most. So if you're wanting to maximize your money, that is what you would do. So you always start out with one client. You will pick your first client, and they have calls that you can listen to while you're deciding which client to pick, but sometimes they go pretty quick. And there's a lot of people who have serviced the client or interested in servicing the client in the Live Ops Nation. And they can do things like answer basic questions. Is it hard to get a commit? So, a commit is a 30-minute block of time. And you sign up for every 30-minute block of time that you are going to do. In the scheduling, they will have it set to your time zone. So you'll go up to your account in the upper, well, that part, and you will go ahead and set, like, I'm Central Standard Time, so all of my commits automatically are in Central Standard Time. And you pick whatever commits you're going to work. You need to work 90% of the minimum amount of commits that the client requires. So, if a client requires, let's say, 80 commits over a month, then you know that you need to do like 70 or 65 or something like that minimum to keep the client. And however you schedule those commits over a 7-day period during their available hours is what works for you. So, once you have your first client, you will be going into what is called certification. Certification is not paid, it is the learning portion. So, they will have, in most cases, a morning class or an afternoon class. So, you can pick one, say, you got to take your kids to school Monday morning. It's your turn. So you'll go Monday afternoon. Then maybe Tuesday morning you'll go. As long as you pick one of those sessions, then you're fine. They will have an attendance quiz at the end of it. They also have what is called e-learning through SAP Litmos for most of it, except for the tax client. I think they use a different software. But for most of them, it is through SAP Litmos, and you need to stay on top of it. That is the learning you do outside of the 3-hour class that you do. Certification for the client that I service is 12 days. One is a get ready for success day, and they tell you, hey, this is what it's like. We're expecting this kind of call flow. And you go through those 12 days unpaid, and then you go into nesting, which is paid. And you choose your nesting hours. Now, they may say we only have team leads available Monday through Friday, so during nesting, don't pick a Saturday, Sunday. Wait till you're on the production floor. So they might tell you something like that. Now, nesting calls will not come, they may be back to back, but they're not going to be excruciatingly hard. You will have a lot of support on Slack with your teammates and the leads and the ARAs. Um, so you will definitely have a lot of help. So say you get out of nesting, you're out of certification, you're in production with client one. At that point, Liveops will often say give it a little time with your first client to get settled in with them. But at that point, you can start looking for a second client. But why would you do that? Good question. All the clients, they have busy times and they have times that are not busy. If you are, say, with the high-end retail client, we know we're getting into the fall. We know we're coming to Black Friday. We're coming to Thanksgiving. We come to Christmas, New Year's, and they have a high number of sales. They have a high number of calls that come in during that time. Now, they're year round. So the high-end retail client, they are year round. But it's not as busy, say, April or something, but heading into summer, heading into fall, back to school, the holidays, President's Day sale, things like that. So you may have enough back-to-back calls that you're happy, and if you are happy with one client, then that's fine. But if you have a second client, you will be able to do things like mix up your hours and maximize your potential. You can do Liveops full-time. I have other income right now, so I do Liveops part-time. A lot of people, if you are looking for full-time, usually juggle between two clients. So back to how you get your second client. So say you're in production with client number one, and then you're like, okay, well, this is making a pretty good amount of money, but it's slow, say on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and they're only really busy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you look for a second client. And again, Monday mornings are a great time to check. They do come some on Tuesdays and whatever, but usually every Monday morning, if there's going to be a client drop that week, it'll drop Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you will go ahead and look, and then you'll find a client who is busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe it's the hours that you need. Listen, I know some of you out there, you have kids. Some out there may have newborns. You may have sick relatives, or like me, maybe you have health concerns that are serious and need to be, you need to keep on top of doctor's appointments and work a schedule around doctor appointments. I understand that. Okay, trust me, I'm here with you on that. That's what's so great about 1099 companies is that while you don't have the benefits, you do have that flexible schedule, and you won't get counted off or tardied or written up, or, all that other crazy stuff. So, yeah, and two clients is fine. I don't see how you would need more than two. Some people live crazy and just work, 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 work. Okay, more power to you. But for myself, I wouldn't be able to handle more than two clients. But I have my one steady client, and I do part-time hours, so it's 20 hours a week. They had a slow period, but they're going to start back up in the middle of October, so I'm taking some time off rather than chase another client. But I will start with them, and I'm really excited. They're a good company. I like the per minute talk time pay. Not going to tell you I don't. I like it. Okay? I like it a lot. But yeah, if you have any questions about clients, um, I can't give you the name of clients. That is part of my agreement with Liveops is that I not give you a client name, but I can kind of tell you what industry there are. So there is some for healthcare. There's some for a sneaker company. There's some tax software. There's some health insurance guides out there. There is as seen on TV lines out there. There's a lot of healthcare ones. So there is. There's high end retail, if I didn't mention that one. There are utility companies, so they have those. And they all have different tech requirements. So as you click on a client and you go through the process of telling them how many hours you've got set aside that you can work, what state you live in, um, do you agree to have two monitors? Do you have that? Do you only need one? And they will check your RAM, your processor speed, how much space you have available, because some do require like 8 gigs of RAM and so much upload, so much download. So, yeah, and some require two monitors and some don't. Most require Windows 10. Some are okay with Windows 11, but most are still working on Windows 10. So, I know this is kind of like a longer video, but I have been getting that question a lot as far as the clients. So, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to hit it down below. You know where. And if you like videos like this, go ahead and click that like, subscribe, and bell notification button. Thank you, and I will see you next time.